Welcome to episode 45 of No Man's Land with me, Farm Sim Snowy. Well, yeah, I know, but that's what I said to her, and then she came back with a different reason why. Oh, hello everyone. Sorry, I was just having a bit of a chat with a straw man. Right, since the last episode, so I haven't gone mad, I was just being stupid as always. Since the last episode, I have had a bit of a shuffle around with some of our gear, so I removed the big lime spreader that was in there where our class is, and I moved it over to here because obviously we had a empty space there from the harvester. This is now sort of our trailer shed. I removed the plough from over there to here because it made more sense. The John Deere seeder planter is now under here. That's going to be a little bit of a nightmare to get in and out, I would think. Did a tiny little bit of landscaping, just still not quite finished because I'm not sure I'll leave this field like that. I can't see the point in just having a silly little strip like that, and I'm not even 100% sure whether to keep this as a field now. But I did a little bit around the back here because obviously we will need to come round at some point to put a header on that, hopefully. The animals are all up together. The pigs and chickens have been cleaned. I've sold wool, I've sold eggs. Horses haven't been ridden yet, but I'll do that after this episode. But they are coming up in price very nicely indeed. They're almost halfway of what their full value will be. They go up to 50,000 if you're not sure about it, so they're almost halfway there, so that's pretty good. Back on this menu, let's just show you quick. Sold wool there, so I sold some again before we went to sleep last night to clear the area. Sold some this morning, made 14,000. The prices were pretty poor for eggs and wool, to be honest with you. The eggs there, again, some sold last night, some today, so 92,000, nearly 93,000 on eggs just this morning. Zoom across, you can see the prices are going down both for the eggs. Wool's starting to come up again. I did notice though that wood chips are 308 at the sawmill wood chips, that is. So I was thinking of maybe selling some wood chips just to get rid of them, because I think that is a pretty good price. So I'm not sure what would get maximum amount, but I think we should sell some of those this episode. In terms of the silage, I'm not going to sell that off, or not all of it. I can't even remember how much we had in there. It was quite a bit. I was thinking, because we're going to move on and get cows, of removing all the silage from the pit, tipping it into our actual silo itself, keeping hold of it, because that is going to contribute to us making TMR, because we've got quite a bit of hay and straw as well, and we're not in desperate need for any of the money. We have only got one crop growing at the minute, which is pretty poor. We've got a lot of empty fields. So what I'm going to do, and this field needs liming, we'll set a worker off liming that field, and I want to extend this field as well this episode, so we'll get that done as well. So plenty to do and get on with. So we need our New Holland, which I think further down the line we are going to sell this New Holland, just because I do like it. It's a great tractor, but it's a bit high on the slot count, and we need to be careful now with this slot count because it's creeping up. So we will top this up because obviously it's a huge field. I'm starting to wonder maybe we should put the class on here, but I was going to use that to make that field bigger because it's a little bit weighty. I'll tell you what we'll do. I know this weight's probably overkill, but let's connect that weight up to the front, see if that helps out. But we'll head on over to that field, start someone off liming, and we will head on back. Yeah, it's definitely struggling a bit, this tractor. So we need to go round the long way now because we have a crop growing. That was what else I was meant to say actually. I also fertilised the field here, sunflowers, because if you remember we had little patches and spots. So if I show you up here, we had a bit of a patch there and then some little spots and all sorts there. So I went over those areas, so we've got fully fertilised field now. So this, I thought this New Holland would have coped alright with this trailer, to be honest with you. Pretty sure I did use the class last time we did this, but like I say, I probably will be using that in a second. So we'll get over the far side like we normally do and get them off and running. I think they'll be okay once they get going. They're not going to have no issues. Now let's just, because I can't remember the spread width on this, let's get, whoa there, steady on, steady on. Let's zoom out and see where this gets us just to start off with. Oh, let's unfold it. That would help. Right, so not quite as wide as I was expecting. So if we aim, I think, for that other side of that strip there. How's that going to fare? That is good. Let's back up. Get them off and running. I'm going to jump out. Try not to get covered. Right, I'm going to run over to our farm and either jump in the truck. No, we're jumping the class because otherwise I could have used the class for that. I'm not thinking straight now. I'll see you in a sec. Right, let's get the old Xerion out. Again, I love this tractor. It's a right beast. So we'll hook up to the plough. Like so. Oh, come on now. It went in okay. Thank you. And then we'll head over to this field. Again, this is going to need liming once we create this field, so that is more liming to do. Is it worth doing the whole field? I'm not sure. So what I'm probably going to do here is get slightly overlapped, and we can always use the landscaping tool to square this end up. I'll tell you what we're going to do actually. Let's swing back round. We're gonna, well, I was thinking of pushing it out a little bit, but like I've said previously, I'm worried about some of our fields now not being very worker friendly at all. So I was going to try and do some more straight edges. I'll tell you what, we'll just stick to plan A for now. So let's make sure we've got create fields on. There we go. Try and zoom out a bit, and I'll drop that down. Like I say, we could tidy the edges up. I'm not worried if we're a little bit over. And I'll probably keep this a bit square, this side, up to about where we've cut the grass there. Swing back round and we'll head straight on up. Again, we can always tidy this side up if we have to. So that's overlapped slightly. Something like that will do, just to get us going. And off we go. And we're going to head on round, following the sort of mini cliff face there. Hopefully remove some of these bushes as we go. It just might mean we'll have to do a few headlands around our new fields just to try and help the workers. So if we can get rid of some of these bushes, that would be handy. What I'll do is I'll just do a lap round, and then obviously I'll fill in the gaps and bring you back in. So yeah, this isn't exactly square, this bit, but it's trying to make the most out of our areas. If it doesn't work out with the workers, we can always straighten the fields up with the landscaping tool again, put some grass down to square bits up here and there if it's going to help us. And then up here I was just probably going to turn the corner, something like that. Try and stay a decent gap from the track like we have with the other field. And then just meet up with that corner over there in the distance. Obviously we could have been a little bit more precise if we'd used like a subsoiler, smaller one, but it's not going too bad. I'm pretty happy with it so far. If we can just get to this corner okay, then that is literally, oh, come over a little bit there, that's fine, that's okay. Let's have a quick look on the map. So we've done something like that. That is pretty good. I'm happy with that. How's our guy getting on with the liming? It's missing these little bits. That's okay, I'll have to come back and finish them off a bit later on. Right, I will get this field covered in, filled in, and I will see you when I've almost done it. Right, so we've got this little bit left to do, and that is another huge field we have created. I finished off the little spots of lime that the helper missed and brought the spreader over here because this obviously needs liming now. Probably going to just go ahead and do the whole field because that's only a small area now compared to the rest of it. So obviously this has been limed now, which is great. This needs liming, but this is what that field actually looks like. And I trimmed this edge up here and just a little bit there, and I obviously made this corner square. What I might try and do is get a worker. I'm going to swap over tractors, get a worker planting something in that field over there that they limed. What we're going to grow, I'm not quite sure just yet. So if we just dump this down here somewhere and grab our huge planter. I've also, whilst doing that ploughing over there, come up with a sort of rough idea of what I might do with this field in front of us that's got the lime on it and that field there. So what I was thinking, let's just connect up to there. We need to get some seeds. Let me show you on the map. So what I was thinking is squaring this off there, get rid of this silly little bit in front of us. This field here I might square straight up there. We'll keep that curve in there and we'll come straight again off of there, so we'll lose that side. So then this becomes a kind of squarish field, and then this field from there square across, just so we leave a little bit of a gap in between these two fields, and then come round again on the sort of angle like this field, following that track. Because then if we did buy this plot here 35, we can either continue this field on square, so that would be nice sort of long rectangular field, or we could even put in, if we buy this section, a skinny rectangular field like so. So that is what I'm thinking, which I will probably do, just to sort of make those two fields a little bit more workable. So let's get some seeds going in this huge beast. Can we get through there? Of course we can. And I'll get a worker going on this. Let's open those up. Seeds, fill it right up. I'll tell you what I might do, because I always forget to do this, is grab that front tank seeder, like so. That has already got seeds in, brilliant. I keep forgetting we've got that because it's tucked away at the back in that shed. So now we can head over to that field. As you can see, it's really not very good at turning, but we will get around there. Now, what do we grow? That is the question. Obviously we're going to get quite a lot off of that field again, so it'd be nice to grow something that's going to give us a good return, because I think we are probably going to invest in that pig food silo, because I'm a little bit fed up of just growing things and tipping it straight into the pigs. And I had a comment the other day from excuse me, one of my subscribers who was absolutely disgusted that I tipped all the soybeans into the pig food. And I said to him that it actually hurt me, so don't worry about it. So I don't think we're going to carry on down that route, because I just kind of feel like we've lost touch with growing things and selling things, because I do love that part of the game, because obviously you kind of work hard to grow everything, your crops, and then all of a sudden you're not selling them, you're just tipping them straight in to feed the pigs. I don't think we're probably going to go up to the maximum of 500 pigs, because that will just be ridiculous. So we might get to, how many have we actually got now? So we've got 172. May get up to around the 200 mark and start selling a few off. We're not going to make a huge amount off of the pigs, but it just controls them a little bit, keeps them a little bit more manageable. So what shall we grow? Prices aren't looking particularly great on much. We did soybeans a little while ago. We could do cotton again in this field, but I'm not really worried about cotton. We've got, I'll tell you what, we haven't done canola for a long time. I know it would make sense to do soybeans because they absolutely pay out really well, but we're not struggling for money. So let's, how are the horses doing with oats? Pretty good, and we've got a little bit in there, haven't we? Not a lot, but it's enough just to top them up. It probably makes sense to do oats in one of the smaller fields, and if we do canola, there's no straw swath. I know we can turn straw swath off, but on a field like this it's just going to produce so much straw, it would be unbelievable. So let's go canola then. Ah no, what am I thinking? This is just a planter, isn't it? Well, that's messed that idea up, isn't it? So what can we do? What about corn then? Let's go for corn. We'll do a huge field of corn, and then it's up to us whether we chaff it or just harvest it normally. So that's a bit too far over, isn't it? Let's get this fella going on here. Something like that. Let's turn it on, lower it down. I need to close the seed tanks. We'll get them going straight away. They're off and running. Let's run out of their way before they stop. I'm right on the edge of the map. So let's check that out. Growing corn, excellent. Looks like there's a tiny bit missed up there. I don't know why. But we'll see how they got on. They always seem to struggle that corner up there. Right, I'll head back over to the New Holland and get that started liming in there. Right, what I'm probably going to do here is do a headland and then set a worker off. I know, that could be interesting, but we'll see how they get on. So I'll just do a headland round, and like I said, I'm going to do the whole field. And I think we'll grab the fence, because I think the fence should be able to cope with the Great Plains. And I'm going to put something in that field just in front of us there. I won't worry with the other two fields over there in the background, because I probably will change them. I might do it this episode with you guys, or I might do it off camera, and then if I do that I will show you next episode obviously what I've done. I always like to keep you in the loop if I do things like that. So we'll go around and try and make this as worker friendly as possible. Right, so I'm going to try and get a worker going on this section. It got a little bit messy just in front of us where I didn't quite sort of overlap very well, but what are they doing? Right, they're obviously not doing that very well. I don't know why. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do this field myself. That'd be the easiest thing, I think. So it doesn't bode very well for the future of workers on this field. That's brilliant. But I'll get this done quick. Hopefully we've got enough line. We're at 50%. And I will see you shortly when it's done. And then, like I said, we'll get over there on that field. Well, we could probably use the New Holland now for that area. I'd like to get some wood chips sold this episode as well. I'm not even sure if those prices are still good. They are, they're still there, 308, so we'll go for that. But like I say, I'll get this done and I will see you in a while. Right, that's that field all limed up, ready to go for a crop in it. So I think we will put this down, I don't know, maybe here. I'm not too worried, I can tidy the yard up later at the end of the episodes. But if we grab our Great Plains, I'm now starting to wonder if we should try and get a bigger seeder, because although this Great Plains is very good, it's not very wide, and obviously we are getting bigger fields now. I don't want to just be restricted to growing the things that the planter can do. Right, so we're all fully loaded, that's good. So just out of interest, what would our options be? We start going on to, I mean, 14.4, that's not really, or 15 meters, much better than what we've got. 18 meters, that's not too bad actually. I guess when you start getting onto these guys, they're gonna need some whopping horsepower, and the Cumberland one as well. Oh no, not the Cumberland. I don't know what I'm talking about. And we've got this Stara Estrella again. That's only 14. Is there any planters that will do everything like the Great Plains? Because obviously they're in the planters section, but they will plant everything. So that's the one we've got, 12 meters, because obviously the in-game one is 18.2, so it's wider than we've got, but it doesn't fertilize, and it's not a direct drill. That's what we own. None of these. You've got this Stara Absoluta, that's what I was thinking of, the Stara. I knew I saw it somewhere. That is 20.7, which is pretty good. That will seed and fertilize. Is that a direct drill? I'm pretty sure I asked this question before and someone said yes, it is a direct drill, even though it doesn't state it. And what was this one? A Terminator. I like the sound of that. I'll be back. 18 meters. Right, well, there's something to think about further down the line. Let's not dwell on it too much. What are we going to put in this field here? I'll tell you what we were going to do, let's put some canola in there, guys, because that is what we were going to do just a minute ago. So let's get unfolded, turn that on, drop it down, and away we go. Let's put cruise control on so we can just check the map. See what we're doing. Yes, canola. Growing. Fertilised. Lovely. Right. Well, let's crack on. Right, almost done. Field of canola. Like so. Let's have a quick check. So there you go. It should be growing and it's fertilised first stage. Forgot to say earlier that our worker completed the corn, but they stopped short of this corner again for some reason. So I went over there in between the liming to finish that off. So that is all done, as you can see, again, growing, fertilised. I might actually start them off at this corner next time and see how they get on. But in terms of this field, that is done. So we can move away from there. And like I said, I'd probably like to take advantage of that price of wood chips, because I'm not sure if we're going to get any better than that. So what we'll do is let's get this fella out of the way. We'll go and grab our truck and get a full trailer load full of wood chips, take them over to the sawmill. We'll see how much we get for one trailer load, and then I will finish off selling them. I also would have really liked to have, look at the state of that, that needs a good wash, doesn't it? So if we can spin round here, like so, excellent. Open that up with all the dirt on it. Yeah, I would like to get some silage put into our silo. I don't know if we're going to get that done this episode, because I think we will get some cows this episode, but we won't be able to feed them straight away. I'm wondering if we could get a conveyor belt going on the silage straight over this side into our silo, and then we could just leave it for a bit until it sort of dwindles down, and we'll have to shift the pickup around. But I don't know, is it worth buying or leasing conveyor belts? We've got to get them all the way up here, when we could just use the milling machine, fill this trailer up, and we've literally just got to go from there to here. So that's something else for me to worry about. Anyway, let's get this full load and head on over to the sawmill. Again, it'd be interesting to see how much we do make. It's not going to be huge amounts. Obviously, we all know that selling the logs and the timber themselves is better than wood chips, but it was just a lot easier for us to get rid of the trees the way we did. Our sea bag has moved down a little bit from there because I accidentally run it over and pushed it down further down the track. So yeah, this is the area I was on about we could buy. We could remove a couple more trees and extend that field down across there, or just have a thin skinny one there. And also we need to kind of think about getting a grass field somewhere along the line, because that has been good to us in the past with the silage. Right, steady on there, we're leaning a little bit, that's my erratic driving. So let's back up. I expect some of you might have already done a few of the maps, but let's see what we make. Unloading pretty quick. What are we going to get? Almost there. Just over 37,000. That is not too bad. I'm happy with that. I know we probably could have got a lot more by selling the logs, but hey ho, it's done now. It's something different. So I will carry on selling these wood chips, and I'll see you when I've finished, and I'll tell you, actually, will that come up as... It won't be sold wood, would it? It'll probably be harvest income, yeah. So we're 130,045. So let's see what we get at the end of that. So I'll see you in a sec, guys, and I'll get all this sold off. Right, everything is sold off. Well, wood chip wise, not everything. I haven't sold all of our machinery. So let's just have a quick look. We were on just over 130,000. So we've got 261,000. So we've made just over 130,000 again in wood chips, which is not bad. I'm happy with that. So let's take our truck back over, because we are going to put down a cow pen, or build a cow pen would be more better sounding. So we'll disconnect the trailer, because what I want to do, I've come up with a new area of putting the of where to put, sorry, let's talk proper English. That can just go there. Actually, let's move that not quite in the way, because we'll be coming through there a bit later. Oh, the plough didn't like that. If we go back over to where we're storing the water trailer and animal transport trailer, I've decided I want to put a cow pen in a different spot. So you know, originally we were leaving this area for the cow pen, which is all well and good, but it looks like it's going to be a bit awkward to put in there. It's just trying to line it up and get it round the best way. So we're going to stick with the AJ Tech one, which is there, 140,000. So originally we wanted it in there, so if we put the help menu on, it's only a little bit overpriced, but I just thought if we put it somewhere else, we could probably use that area, maybe extend this field in the future down and around. I was thinking of putting it here. Look, fits perfect. So it will back on, we can fit it in, we keep those two trees that will be in the cow pen, which will be pretty smart, I think. We'll have access to everything at the front just off this track. So you can see all the feed and water troughs, and then the straw triggers and whatnot are there. Slurry and manure is pretty much the same as the pigs, and we're only just over the actual price that they want. Now obviously it will cut off this area here by the pond, but I'm thinking we could run another little track in between the pig and the sheep there, which isn't a problem. So I think we should go for this. So what are we at? 140. Let's go back. Stay away from the lake as much as we can. How about that? Because there is a door that runs out the back. That's alright, it's not going to affect that tree, it's not going to be in the way. Gonna go for that, guys. Let's go. Bang. So that's cool. That get rid of the horrible bushes. I might sell off this shelter, and I don't see the point in keeping that little shelter over there either, because that was mainly for the bales, but they've mysteriously disappeared, so I'm guessing we don't really need that anymore. So we've got lights, you can see the feed and water troughs are out there, and then inside through these doors we've got straw, and that's probably the dialogue box. Yep. So let's go and get ourselves some cows. What I'm thinking of doing is, if we take the truck down to the shop, because that only holds a few cows, I think it's something like 6, we will get ourselves a bigger trailer, which is, where are we, animal transport. Yeah, so what have we got? Where's our one? This one here. So that will only hold 6 cows, so that is just not worth it, is it at all? So if we lease this guy for now, that holds 56 cows. I'm not worried about anything on there because we're only leasing it, so that's just under 5 grand to lease. So we'll lease that, head on down to the shop. So yeah, like I say, we've cut off our sort of in and out there, but if I just move this wall trailer, I should be able to hook up to it from here, like so. We could have a track coming through there, which would be pretty smart. Oh, we're collecting the wool, that is fine. No, that's better. Forgot we had the front lifter on there. So yeah, we can have a track coming through there, that's not a problem. Plenty of space, link it up with this track. I like that. So I'll probably change all that again off camera, and I'm also going to uncover the bunker silo, the silage, and depending on how much we've got, I might not tip it all into our silo, but we will probably need a fair bit if we're going to get quite a few cows. So I'll judge that when I uncover it, because I cannot for the life of me remember how much we had. I think it was quite a lot, and yeah, I'll get some of that tipped into the silo, or maybe all of it. But again, I will see you in the next episode and keep you in the loop, tell you what's been happening. But for now, let's hook up to our leased trailer. Hopefully we could, I probably could just, are we attached to that? No, I was attached to it. Let's just back up to the animal dealer, and then we'll fill this guy right up. So straight away we're getting 56 cows. The back, does the back come down? I bought the, I am on the trailer, am I? Yeah, on the trailer. Oh, I thought that unfolded. That's pretty poor. Right, let's get ourselves, I like these fellas, I just think they're smart, so let's get a load of these, 56 to be precise. There we go, we are 440,000, they're all crammed in there, look. Sorry guys, but it won't be for long. We've just got to head back up to our farm and you can be free once again. So yeah, moving on again with different things. So that's pretty much all the base game animals on our farm. So we've definitely got our work cut out with some of these. Hopefully the cows won't be too bad. They're certainly not going to be as bad as the pigs. But like I said earlier, if we just keep on top of the numbers of the pigs, it should be a little bit more manageable. And then we'll get that pig silo installed as well at some point. But for now, it is moving in day. I do apologise, that's twice this episode I've been absolutely ridiculous. So we need to back into there and let these little fellas loose. See, my reversing's not too bad sometimes. So, off you go guys, into your new home. Bang, there we are. Let's turn that off. Where are we? Oh, close that up so they don't escape. Look at them. We've got cows. Just to double check, there we go, 56 cows. Obviously they're going to need feeding, watering, straw, whatnot, but we will do that at the start of next episode. But for now I think we will leave it there for this episode. So I hope you have all enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.